$40,000 for 40 hours worth of labor for 4 seconds worth of fun.
It's amazing, it really is. You know, all this time, work and money for 4 seconds.
You know, in a few seconds, that car is going to be so powerful.
First time I got to stand on the starting line next to the Dragster, that's pretty darn rewarding.
We're not one of those cars that they take lightly. We show up and we can knock any one of these big boys out. And remember, they're running for the points and the money. We're just here to have fun.
It's always the same. Probably I start focusing about 5 minutes before I get in the car. You know, I'll be just doing something small, kind of mind-numbing, playing on my phone, texting somebody, something small, simple. Kind of start getting in the zone, honing myself into what I'm thinking about, what I got to do. I'll talk it over with our crew chiefs, talk to them and say, okay, what do you want? What is the car going to do? What should we do? What should I do? What do you want me to do? All of that. Focus on that for about 5 minutes or so. Then I start to get my suit on, and it's always the same. My dad straps me in, gets me in the car, and at that point, it's the most peaceful time of my day. And then the car starts, and I'm in the zone.
TJ's got way too much energy. He loves what he's doing. He keeps us together. He keeps us all fired up. He's in the morning. He's, hey, how's everybody doing? He just loves what he's doing.
I had the opportunity to drive a 210-mile-an-hour top-out called Dragster at age 16, but my dad, my mom wanted me to take baby steps with it. No problem at all. Well, my baby step was to do a burnout, back up, stage the car, and hit the throttle. Well, you got to remember, I'm 16 years old. I'm in my dad's fire suit. I'm in my dad's car. I got duct tape wrapped around my waist just to get in the car, just to fit the fire suit to my little body. Hit the gas, got out of the car. I remember making the turn off at the big end, and my mom and dad come down the racetrack. And it's like, so what do you think? I said, what's so hard about that? This isn't a big deal.
And he actually was the world's fastest teenager for quite a while.
Driving the car I did before this one was a similar type looking car, except it ran on alcohol, methanol.
What does this one run on?
Nitromethane. So there's a big jump between the two. The other car runs 240 miles an hour, this one runs 340 miles an hour, they let it.
Well, needless to say, we're one of the last people. You look around and you're like, wow, this is pretty impressive. Look what you got, look what you have. But we do it, you know, week by week, day by day, and freaking dollar by dollar.
So I get some people that say, why you volunteer all this time? And then I get some people that are like, wow, I'd love to have your job. So it goes back and forth.
So, you know, I always had a respect for, you know, good people that were in the sport for the longevity of it, not for just the short term.
Right.
We see a lot of drivers in this program come and go. You know, they're here 1 year, they do great, but then they're gone.
It takes $2.7 million to run that car, Corey Mack's car, for one season. Okay? We run 8 races and we maybe have $500,000. That's the difference. That's all about the dollars. Dollars buys horsepower, dollars buys manpower.
For a low-budget team, I have to go through and check all of our parts and reuse them because we don't bring enough to make all the runs.
With me being a driver and also at the same time run the books, yesterday when we went through the finish line, and I just happened to, I thought we banged the blower, and at that point, all that's bringing through my mind is money. You know, how much did that just cost?
When we leave here at nighttime, we leave together.
And they could easily say, okay, tell them we're out of here, we'll see you in the morning. They don't. We all stay together, we all leave together. It's not like, they just do it. They know they
It's not a requirement.
No, they
No,
can leave.
not at all. Oh, no. These guys, when they come to the shop and work in a car, I can't get rid of them.
I actually love these guys. It's like another family. You know, just being a year, I feel that way.
Yeah, it's a family business, but you got to remember, a lot of the family businesses of drag racing had family money to begin with.
Right.
Family businesses that generated enough money for them to go racing. We're not like that. We're one of the last people on earth in the drag racing community that do this because we love it.
It's taken a lot of years. It's taken a full 7 years of top fuel racing right now to put this team together. We've had people come and go, crew members come and go. We pick and choose as they work out the best. We cross-train, so if one of us can't make it, somebody else can take over that job. That's something the other teams don't do.
Right.
The other teams, if for some reason somebody doesn't show up, quits, fired, whatever, they have to go out and find somebody else that can do that job, which doesn't fit the team yet. Well, we all fit the team, so we can cross-train and do what we gotta do.
Everybody has their place, knows their job. You know, it works great. You know, it's controlled chaos.
You know, in the morning when we first start, the guys will come in, and this is pretty much empty shell. You come in here, and within seconds they've got the car out, and we all have our own little jobs. You know, like Brian will get to work on his pistons. You know, and Tony will work on the blowers, and Tony Smith, he is like one of the best clutch guys in the industry, and I'm not exaggerating.
My background actually starts from my dad taking me to the races when I was 5 years old. He used to go to a place called US 30 Dragster up in Gary, Indiana. A lot of old school guys that remember that place. So we used to go watch funny cars and stuff like that. Like the first funny car I saw was a Chi-Town Hustler, and the guy as crew chief for John Force was one of the tuners on that car. So that was one of the first cars I saw. These things make 8,000 horsepower. So, and you have to bleed all that horsepower through the clutch. And it's just a very sensitive part of the race car.
I've known Tony for a few years. I used to work at a racetrack and knew him when he was racing alcohol cars. And just actually by luck got onto the team. They asked me if I knew cylinder heads. They needed a cylinder head guy. I said, yeah, I've done it for a while. So that's where I'm at. I did a little street racing when I was a kid, and then was in the service. Started doing some racing in Virginia. Did mainly bracket racing until I got with these guys.
Usually when the car comes back and we start pulling off the motor, a lot of parts come here. They gotta be clean and inspected.
Bottom end guy, the diver they call it, because I dive under the car and get all the hot oil and nitro poured on me by my teammates.
I actually work at a Ford dealership, and our Snap-on Tools guy used to work with them here, and he just mentioned it one day, "Do you like drag racing?" I'm like, "Yeah, a little bit, whatever." Stop by the shop, and here I am.
Clutch assistant, I help TS. In car assembly, I put the wing on, the wheelie bar, the parachutes, wheels, tires, stuff like that. Mike here, he delivers parts for our dealership to Zizzo's, which they have a body shop. So I kept telling them, I said, hey, ask them if they need help, you know, because I've always wanted to do it and just never get a chance to, you know, and now often you get a chance to be in a top fuel team.
I served Tony a cup of coffee the first time he came into my restaurant, and he had a jacket on, drag racing. I go, oh, I used to drag race too. I used to do motorcycles. So that's how the conversation started, and then I went over one day to check out the shop, and here I am.
Our shop nights are Tuesday nights, so whenever we get off our regular jobs, because we all work normal jobs, we spend Tuesday night and then all day Sunday. So from 8 o'clock until 4 or 5 o'clock on Sunday, and then 4 o'clock until 8, 9 o'clock on Tuesday nights. That's our shop night.
Keep your engine in front of your clutch, and then keep the tire in front of the track so you don't get all screwed.
Someday, when we get rich and famous, I keep saying this all the time, we get rich and famous, we will be the best team out there. I'm not just guessing at it. No, I'm not even thinking about maybe and bragging about stuff. We will be. When we get that money behind it, every one of these guys know that too.
I mean, teams would say the sponsors are the most important. You say, hey, in my opinion, it's the fans. Because if the fans don't come here, they don't pay the tickets. We don't race. And if the fans don't come here, they don't buy the sponsored product. The fans are the most important people.